Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Are you in the market for new dice? Check out our friends at Metallic Dice Games, a premium dice and accessory company that features standard acrylic, metal, and even real gemstone dice. If you're looking for the best in dice, head over to metallicdicegames.com and find the perfect set for you. Even better, listeners of this podcast can receive 10% off any purchase with the promo code RBP10. This promo code never expires and is a great way to support our podcast while snagging some premium dice swag. So check out metallicdicegames.com and use promo code RBP10 with any purchase, so they know that the Rancor's Brothel sent you.
Warning, this podcast contains mature content, including scenes or descriptions of graphic violence, sexuality, and psychological trauma. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents... Impossible Landscapes. A Delta Green campaign by Dennis Detweiler.
Well, I was
looking at whoever has the slip of paper. Are the names spaced oddly?
No.
Could I make a forensic roll on this?
Sure. You don't really have any tools, but what's your forensic skill anyway?
30.
Okay, yeah.
22 under 30.
That's a critical success.
It is.
Those lines are written. Those lines have always been written there, in between those words, in the same handwriting.
Damn it. Sand roll.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad thing.
Legitimately?
Yes.
Yep. Roll yourself some sand, sir.
Where's my sand at again?
Troy
Sand
can as
points
well.
Right there. That's what I'm trying to roll under, right? You're trying to roll under your sand points.
Yes.
Ooh, 93.
Oof.
That is a fail.
Passed.
1 for Troy, and we'll go a D3 for Daniel.
2.
And we'll call that, I can't remember what it is. It's not helplessness, it's not, there are 3 things that you can roll for. One is helplessness, one is violence, and the other is unknown, I think.
I just got violence and helplessness on my sheet.
So there's one for weird I can't remember what it's called. I think it's unknown.
There's no checkboxes for it.
Correct, because you can't be adapted to, unnatural. Excuse me, you can't be adapted to unnatural. Sorry, I just now realized when you guys said it, I always read over that part and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
That's all I get from my...
Yeah, no,
okay.
That has always been written there. Nothing has been added. It's a handwritten list. Those words are there.
Well, I'd probably point it out to everybody else. Sorry if I make you guys lose sand, but you guys need to know this.
Same handwriting?
Yeah, you guys... Yeah. Did Barbas give us anything else? Did he give us anything else that was like handwritten by him, or was that
he gave
it?
us files with, or no, that was Dallin gave us the files with patient information.
Correct.
What all did Barbas give us anything else that was handwritten? Do you remember?
We had the invitation, but that wasn't written by Barbas. We thought the handwriting sample,
the exemplar
was likely written by Barbas, so we could compare those.
You could compare those. I feel like you did, but I don't know if you ever actually did or not.
I don't think we did.
Not that
I remember.
So I'll take out the exemplar and pair the two up.
And what was the message on the exemplar again? Was it something about help me? Or?
That was a secret dot code. It was something about like business deals in Germany.
On the exemplar, I thought it was someone asking for help for some reason.
No, our London business is good, but Vienna and Berlin are quiet, Mr. D.
No. I was talking about the letters. You remember that? The letters on the exemplar?
The exemplar is different from the invitation.
Correct. Oh, I was
Help Me was on the invitation.
Okay, got it.
And that was different script.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
exemplar.
The invitation said help me. And the exemplar was the quick brown fox type thing.
Oh, hey, y'all. Timothy Bale mentioned Stephen B. Curson.
Sure.
And one of the demon names is Person.
Yes.
spelled
Yeah.
similarly.
And person was the seal that was behind on the invitation, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a thought in case anyone had too much sand.
It's fair. We're bantering back and forth off mic. But the short sentence underneath Vidal, more than anything, kind of just describes like this is blood.
Yeah.
So the second part seemingly describes another thing, whether it's a time of day or something else. Like possibly pieces to a ritual, what's necessary for a ritual. If each person was a piece of the ritual, what are the other pieces?
And well, back to your point, Flynn. Marbus and Barbus are both intertwined with that demon. I don't think person had another name that was like that to go by.
Does that make sense? That they're possibly pieces to a ritual, and each person is a piece of it.
I mean,
Crazy talk.
it's Delta Green, so that's always a possibility. But I don't know that language.
Calm down,
makes me
dinosaur.
think about that.
Or is it just a continuation of the original point?
Kirasaurus Rex.
In the red, wet inside of men is where all hate sleeps. Violence is what frees it.
Dinosaur.
So yeah, that like sacrifice,
Sacrifice, blood, something
Violence
specifically
frees.
blood, right?
hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
The other portion kind of talks about a specific time of day, maybe.
Do I need to pull out my Ars Goetia?
Just like, I definitely now want to go back to Adam's room and look out the window. If there's a window there. Is there a window in his room?
There are probably windows in all rooms.
Yes, I think that they had windows and they were barred, and I think they were higher up.
Okay,
I think we asked about that.
I want to look out the window and just see what he theoretically would have looked out on had he been able to look out.
So many things happening at once in this game.
Yeah. Let's finish up in the security room first.
Yeah.
Doing all this in the middle of conversation with Michael. He's probably like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Michael's just like sitting there.
We're just like, oh, hold up.
Oh my god! Did you see that? Hand me the exemplar.
Did you guys see this on the note? Look at this. Look at it.
Shut up, Michael.
I'm gonna say that that's probably a typo. I'm trying to make sure that May 27th to June 8th
But
is a typo.
also within there is June 4th, which is the day that Abigail went missing. So I don't know if it's like if there's something else going on there.
But that was also like, years ago.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
20 years?
Yeah.
Because it's 2015.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so old.
Yeah, because we made the joke about, all the horrible things that happened.
Speaking of times changing, y'all see what they did to Lola Bunny?
I saw a photograph of it.
No? Aren't they?
Is there a trailer out for that show now?
I
Is
seen that
maybe
they're
now?
cat.
They're just stills, but they desexualized her.
Oh.
It's going to halt the progression of a whole generation of children.
Yeah?
That's what turned me into the gentleman pervert I am today.
Lola Bunny.
The gentleman.
That's what did it for me. It was the ears.
I'm gonna make an executive decision on this one. I need to go back. He has released. This is the first edition that they put out. Then they made some corrections to typos, and I've not yet downloaded the other version yet. I need to go do that.
How dare you?
Well,
We can tweet at him.
Hey,
Tetweiler.
Your
help.
first edition sucks.
No, I'm always afraid that I have missed something, and there's a reason why it says it that way. But for the moment, we're going to say that that's reasonable. Flynn can put it in his notes that if for some reason it is supposed to be May 27th to June 8th, I will go back and correct that. I'll try and go get a new version and see if that's correct. For the moment, let's say that the dates he gave are reasonable. Basically, within 10 days around the disappearance, the files were corrupted.
Well, I guess, again, that doesn't make sense, but I guess we're looking for the footage from the day of.
Correct.
So does he have footage of that day?
Is there anything that's salvageable, or is that day just shot?
So, no, when you go to look at the backups and the storage, nothing is recorded from that time period.
Okay.
Like, he explains something. Even, does anybody else have computer science?
No.
I don't think so. It's just, like,
I almost took it, but I didn't.
Deacon doesn't quite get it, but what he's saying sounds completely reasonable. It's not there's not malevolence that you can think of. There's not anything weird about it. It's just kind of a weird glitch that their system wasn't backing up data, and they didn't realize it till they had to go back and look for it. They went back to the computers, went, hey, what happened to them? Oh, shit. It's not recording.
So it's currently up and running?
Yes, it is currently up.
Okay. So you have footage from last night?
Yeah, he could call up footage.
Could we look at that?
He shows you, he
So
will play some
wait,
footage.
so you said it was down from May 27th to June 8th.
Well, I'm thinking that might be a typo.
Okay, so we're not considering that.
Yeah.
He does not have the correct footage from the day that they went missing.
Correct. The day they went missing, he does not have footage.
Got it. Okay.
There was some sort of disk error that caused some glitches in the system, and it didn't get backed up, and when they went to look for it, it wasn't there.
Pretty big, fancy, expensive system to go bad.
There should still be something written somewhere on the hard drive as to what happened, though. I mean, I guess that's probably Lucas.
That's what the computer science role was for.
Yeah.
Do you have an error message we could Google?
That is true.
I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that since it is a server room and a security system. But even with even with Deacon's 30% or whatever he had skill, he kind of gets the sense that what he's saying is not bullshit. This makes sense. This is something that makes logical sense.
But yeah, I would like to see some footage.
He could show you some footage. I mean, it's pretty boring. He's like, do you want to watch it normal speed, 10 times speed, 50 times speed? He just kind of calls it up on the computer and can play.
I mean, speed it up a bit.
Show me
look
third
for,
floor.
Look for time.
Around their rooms.
Yeah, and he'll call up. He'll sit there and play footage all you want and dial it around.
Look for time skips, any kind of glitches, any kind of weird things, maybe with Ed or Timothy or people we've seen that we've interacted with.
He starts going into again jargon that maybe doesn't make sense to you guys. Maybe a little bit to Lucas. But as he goes into this jargon, you start to see that he starts to explain, there's no issue with the footage. Here's how this thing runs this, and I can tell it's not corrupted because of this. And we've got, ever since we had the situation, I put in this new redundancy, so hopefully it'll do this. It costs us a little bit of this, and he kind of, in a very technical vernacular, begins explaining everything. In terms of the video footage, he can show you historical footage. He can show you a few things. It's just that sort of 10-day window in and around that event that is non-functional. And in the video, you're seeing what you would expect. Regular routine, orderlies, nothing weird. Nobody popping out of bed. He's like, yeah, and I'm here most nights, or one of the other orderlies, nothing strange.
So for 10 days, the entire system was glitchy?
Didn't back up.
Yeah.
It wasn't recording correctly.
So there was live footage, it just didn't.
And they discovered this when?
It was like, well, once they came in and then said they were missing, we wanted to roll back the footage to see what had happened, and, well, we couldn't.
How often do you review your footage to make sure that it's working properly?
Well, I mean, we run a systems diagnostic, and he goes into another set of vernacular of...
It's called Windows Update.
I mean, yeah.
No, I'm saying is 10 days is an awful long time to realize your system isn't working. Why was it not being reviewed more frequently?
I mean, I'll just be honest. We don't review footage all that often. Most of the time through guard checks and nurses' stations and other observations, particularly on the second and first floor. There's very little call to review anything.
I mean, you guys don't seem. It seems like you guys don't have this kind of problem often. So I mean, that's
occasionally we'll have a fight breakout maybe, and Dr. Dallin will want to review the footage, but I mean, I maybe call up footage once a month, if that.
Just seems like an awful lot of precautions to be taking place. If this kind of event doesn't happen all the time, A, why have such precautions? And B, if you're taking such precautions, why aren't you being more diligent and making sure that they're working? Seems very odd.
Not to speak up for you, but I'm assuming because it's, a private organization, it probably has to keep up to certain standards by law.
Yeah, there's probably illegal.
You see him sort of look around, because obviously Esther is standing right there. Let's just say that the price of admittance might have something to do with that.
Inez is so mad.
It just, does not make any sense.
Can you show us the last, 2 minutes of footage that actually recorded?
Sure. And he'll back that up.
Did we happen to check the logs, or was that another thing on our list of who came in and out in those time periods?
I think it was on our list, but we haven't done it.
All right. Yeah, because that might be important depending on what we see on the footage of who's coming in and out compared to who the people are. So I have a feeling we might find that one name on the log.
You can find Yeah, no problems. He backs it up. It just sort of is recording, and then it just, boop, like somebody shut it off. Like it just, the footage just goes to black.
Okay. Nothing in that last, pause on the very last.
He shows the frames and he's like, yeah,
frame.
I mean, I've got 16 different, he's got 16 screens, so he can show you through all of it, and it just looks like somebody unplugged something.
How big is
Kind of
this?
snows over and then just goes black.
How big is this server room?
I mean, it's 2 rooms, so one room is
Okay.
a full, complete, clean server room, so probably 10 by 10, 12 by 12, fairly hermetically sealed kind of thing.
I kind of want to walk around and see if there's been any kind of physical tampering. I know I'm not a computer guy, but I feel like maybe
Sure.
My background might give me, some clue as to something that's been tampered with or something that's out of place.
You see Michael kind of look to Esther, and she sort of nods, and he'll open the door and let you in. He's like, have you ever been in a server room before, sir?
I would assume I have at some point. I mean, I can't.
Just it's a lot of delicate equipment, so I mean,
I won't be touching anything.
Okay.
If there's something that looks odd to me, I will definitely get you first. Trust me.
He used to work at Best Buy.
Oh well,
Geek Squad, actually,
excellent.
even better.
So the cameras shut off.
Yes.
How long till they come back on? Was there no recording at all?
Yes, it's just the file is just corrupted, so the video
Okay.
recording ends.
So the files exist, but they're corrupted?
Yes.
I'm thinking of Contact.
Right. So
I know what you do.
Is there 10 days of static, or does it go from
It's not
Monday
just
to the
off.
following Friday? It just glitches and all of a sudden it's 10 days later.
It's a little bit like you download a packet or you download anything from the internet and it doesn't complete. It's just like all of a sudden it's like it's 2 kilobytes. Like there's no data there.
So someone could...
Is there a back door into it?
I mean, even with your generic computer science, you would assume that this is a completely
But I like the
isolated
idea
system.
of a contact
There's no reason.
who
Yeah.
could maybe find some way to salvage the file or...
Maybe. I mean, he's showing you stuff your only computer person doesn't really understand all the jargon, but basically what he's saying is that the files that should have been backed up are completely corrupted. It prevented the automatic backup and update.
Well, if these files still exist, maybe we could get copies of them
Yeah, could we get those on a...
and maybe
Flash
take it to
drive
someone
or
Floppy.
take it to someone who has more expertise, so to say.
Got a zip disk here.
I gotta clear some space.
No,
move
it's
around
You're
some
definitely
photos.
making-
acceptable.
My-
question.
You're making the security guy sweat a little bit, and he kind of looks at Esther, who's kind of like,
Just do it.
My heavy flashlight works as a USB too. I just done.
I mean, Dallin has given us carte blanche here, right?
Yeah.
Is he not?
We are here to figure out what happened.
Sure.
We're here to figure out what happened. I mean, I don't know
We
how
can
much
call
of
the
this.
doc if we need to.
I mean, he's basically across the hall. I mean,
Hey, Doc.
so yeah. I mean, if you guys want to press the issue, you can get that, but you're gonna have to press the issue in terms of Michael. Michael is not. Esther seems way more pleased to work with you as best you can, but Michael is like, this is confidential stuff. This is blah blah blah. He's much less willing to go along with
Do you
it.
mind getting the doctor, Esther?
Do you want me to?
I mean, we literally don't want any other footage, but if we could just get that,
Can I try to
chunk
make?
there.
Can I try to make a persuade roll?
No, I mean you guys don't have to. If you go and get the doctor's gonna be like, yeah, do this. But I'm just making sure you understand the ramifications. The guy's just not like,
Okay.
oh, okay. He's like,
Well, yeah. I mean
Understand the trepidation, sir.
that's his job. I mean, that's
So he gives you a flash drive of
Can I
what
do
basically
a
appears to be
human and just kind of assess if this is like a guy who's just tied to his job,
sure, yeah,
or
you can roll
If he's
human.
hiding something.
if he's hiding something.
well, yeah. Because he also mentioned that he's kind of looking at Esther, and I don't know if that's.
Crit success.
No,
11.
I mean you don't get any sort of disingenuous or concealing factors to Michael. The orderly is just very, very nervous about. You get the sense that he's very embarrassed that this happened in the first place, and that he's already been taken to task. People are missing. He probably feels incredibly responsible for it. And even though it appears to be just a mundane error, so he's definitely. And now there are 4 people barging into his secure server room, demanding to see files and calling into question everything he's doing. He's being absolutely helpful, but you get the sense that that's where the reticence comes from, is the privacy and the security of the
Okay.
of the people here.
Do I spot anything in the server room as I'm walking around?
Servers.
Servers.
Okay, no, that's fine.
No,
anything
you're
out
not
of the-
seeing like any holes in the wall. You let me look at your skills again. see
any
if
kind of
anything.
any kind of
Lord
bugs or
knows.
any kind of I don't know how hackers work. I'm not a hacker.
Right.
I'm not a hacker, man.
You
I'm not a computer science
Yeah, you
science
don't-
computer.
you don't have any computer science to help you out.
Not a banker.
You don't really have anything. You don't notice anything odd, but you don't really have anything.
You guys
that's
don't remember that
useful.
Saturday Night Live skit when they're asking Tom Brady about the deflated footballs? He's like, man, he's like, that's way above my pay grade. He's like, what do you think He's like, I'm not a banker. I'm not a science computer.
Have you guys reviewed the footage at all since the incident?
Oh yeah. No, he'll call up whatever you like from that time forward.
I'm curious to look at the video specifically at night.
We did.
Yeah, he played
There
through
was
some
nothing.
stuff.
Okay.
There's not anything that.
So you said it was just pitch black, right? There's like no timestamps running or anything. You just
No, it is not. It is not on the. It is not on the physical side. It is on the hardware side. So the camera is obviously going to pick up an image. It's going to transfer that to the computer. It's going to be then from live be backed up onto a hard drive. So it's the hard drive that was faulty. It's whatever the backup situation was. Whether that's a bad hard drive, whether that's a bad
okay.
whatever.
So basically, as a file is corrupted, we try to open it and it won't open.
Correct.
Essentially, okay.
It didn't back up. There's no anything. It's 0.0 kilobytes in
Yes,
terms of
it's-
size. Like there's nothing there.
It's not that it recorded something and it's just all black. It's just that it's
Correct.
okay.
It is not a hardware issue on the camera side. It's clearly a server backup memory issue of some sort.
Did you guys happen to find anything wrong with your servers afterwards, like after things came back up, or did you?
Nothing wrong with the servers. It's just the backup issue. And again, he goes into some technical jargon. Something to do with the way in which it auto backs up. The hard drive failed. The disk drive failed. Something like that.
So, but he can explain what happened. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just none of you understand what the hell it is.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
How many days was it down again?
10.
10 days.
About 10 days. The 27th to the 8th would be what? 4 days plus the 8th, so 11 days, I guess, technically.
How long does it take to do a ritual to Carcosa?
Well,
Anything else I can help you folks with?
Wait, the 27th through the 8th.
Well, that was what's written in the book.
We already went
May
over this.
27th to the 8th. That doesn't make any
It
sense.
didn't make no sense, but Cody was saying it's the first edition, so maybe it's a typo.
Maybe it's Abigail Wright.
Because the thing is like,
I don't think you guys realize how, I totally understand. There are so many dates and things in this. I can't wait for when we finish to just toss the book on the table. Because it's they're very good reasons why I feel like, and you're right, there are things like that are completely tied together, and so, that may be intentional, but it's a typo for the set of this bit.
I don't think we have anything else to do here.
We have the flash drive with the
Data on
0 kilobytes of.
it, yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. I'd like to go check out Adam's room again.
Sure. Esther will lead you there. There's no problem taking you back that direction.
It's the window situation.
Pretty much like we described. I mean, it's barred, it's high up, so you couldn't access it easily. It's definitely past midday and turning into afternoon now.
So like a chair that I could stand on and get.
You'd have to go get one.
I will go get one.
Okay, you go get a chair.
I can give you a
I
boost.
think somebody had a step stool earlier when they were checking the ceiling, so
Yeah.
they can probably get you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did
you
have
must through it.
we did have a step stool.
What's the view? Describe the view for me.
I mean, the grounds are nice and manicured. It really depends on whether you've kind of got an interior or exterior view, because the wings are down the legs of the E, if that makes sense, the extended parts.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the rooms face into the center courtyard, and some of the rooms would then face to the exterior grounds.
Yeah.
We'll say this one faces the exterior grounds, so you see well manicured lawn, fence, and then the neighborhood in the distance.
What
Not a
direction am
wasteland.
I facing when I look out? If it's getting to afternoon, am I seeing the sun set? Are we looking
Probably,
westward?
yeah. Yeah, you're probably looking westward, I'm going to say.
That's interesting.
Inez, as you're kind of standing there and they're sort of talking back and forth, the head nurse kind of leans in and says, "It must be hard working with these fellows all day, huh?"
Not in particular. Why do you ask?
Oh, just women seem to always have a, bit of a rough time sometimes. I don't know. It's just it's good to see someone. They don't always take women seriously, and strong women in leadership roles, I guess I'd say. You carry yourself well for your job.
Thank you.
You're supposed to have a girl moment. You're supposed to compliment her back.
Scissor.
I don't know about that far. Man.
Jesus.
Oh my
You
God.
just-
Scissor.
Where's the squeaky bed at?
Goodness gracious. I just, it's got to be tough sometimes, so I just thought I'd let you know you're doing a great job. And if there's anything I can do to help, night or day, don't hesitate to, give me a call. I mean, this has been horrible for Dr. Dallin, for all of us, and we all feel personally responsible. So if there's anything I can do to help, I honestly, anything, let me know.
I appreciate it. We are wanting to look at the check-in logs.
Sure.
I think that's our next move here.
Sure, I can talk to Gail. Like Dr. Dallin said, you pretty much have the run of the facility, so we can take a look.
Did you anybody want to try to actually analyze that blood somehow? Like, if it's a possibility, we would have to get some of it off the wall.
I thought you already did.
I thought we did too.
I thought
but
someone
then we
had-
kind of lost track of that conversation.
I thought someone-
Just run back there and do a
try to.
swap.
I'm pretty sure someone had a vial of it.
Okay.
Is there anything significant as I'm about to turn away from the window that I notice, like, as far as what I see beyond the gates? Is there any...
Not really, no.
Does he see sunrise or sunset?
He would see sunset.
I think sunset,
Okay.
just because whenever I draw my maps, the top is always north, because it makes it easier for me to orient in my head. What do you guys want to do?
Do a quick swab and then go check the logs.
Sounds good.
Okay. You can do that.
Gail's on the first floor?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's head down to the first floor.
What exactly? So you're trying to swab the blood?
Yeah.
Who's swabbing?
Probably someone with forensics and half a brain.
I suppose I'll do it. I probably have the highest forensics.
I only got a 20.
That's just kind of what I was curious about.
Yeah, mine's only 30, so it's probably you.
I scrape it with my fingernail and then I clip my nail into a vial. Perfect.
Okay. Just double checking a few things. The more I'm reading into this, the more I'm pretty sure that May 27th to June 8th date is wrong. But I will double check some more. Sorry, what were you guys wanting to do? You're going downstairs to talk to Gail?
Yeah.
And she's sitting behind the desk. The head nurse takes you down. Yes. What can I do to help?
Can we have the visitor log books, please?
She kind of looks at the head nurse, who nods. Sure. It's probably a computer, I would imagine. I don't know if you would sign for like personal effects, but the log may actually be computer.
They don't have a sign-in sheet?
Probably not. I would think that they would take care of that digitally.
I mean, I feel like if you had visitors to a place, they would have to sign in.
Well,
Like,
yeah, no, I'm
literally.
not saying that they did not sign in. You guys signed in when you came in,
Right.
but I don't know if you would assume that she would log those signatures elsewhere. I mean, if you say, do you want to see the sign-in sheet, she may hand you the sign-in sheet where your names are the only names on it, not knowing what the hell you're wanting.
They don't keep those?
Yeah, probably as a computer backup. And she sits down and says, are you looking for someone?
No, just wanting to see the who came and went from maybe the days leading up to the disappearances till nowish.
She calls up a spreadsheet full of names. Some sort of application that probably logs people coming in and out. Because, I mean, some people are probably badging in, so I imagine that at least some of it is, that kind of data.
Just gonna look through. Any names stick out? None at all?
No. Like I said, it's not millions of names, but it's a decent list. I mean, there are people coming and going, family members, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be
fine.
hard
I
for
mean,
you
we
to
have,
interpret, probably.
But I mean, it can't be that many. Like, we're talking about 3 days, 4 days worth of names.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
With only 20 patients or whatever. It's not very.
For some reason, I thought you were going to look at the log for weeks.
No, like literally, like maybe like
Okay.
the day or two beforehand, especially something to coincide with the
If you're just looking in the last
camera malfunctions.
if you're just looking in the last 4 days, there's probably only half a dozen names.
Are there multiple occurrences of a specific name?
No, not within the last 4 days.
Relatives of anybody who disappeared?
No. She would let you know for sure. No one. For those 4 patients, no one ever visited those 4 patients.
Did Ed have any visitors?
And she kind of not in the last 4 days. No.
No Curson, no Whitwer.
Oh yeah, Timothy Bale.
Any
visitors?
No, not in the last week or so.
Any Whitwer? Did we ask for that?
Curson.
No,
Whitwer.
no Whitwer.
Valvadel?
No. Curson. No. Sorry, can you spell it?
Valvadel?
Kurson.
Valvedel?
No. I don't even know where the hell you got that from.
I wrote it down. It was part of that conversation, and I don't remember why. Ronald Valvadel. And then
I don't remember anything.
Tom Bombadil.
Set places.
That wasn't the guy who we had.
He had just finished
planes
his
or
craft
something.
cider.
Mead.
You went through that conversation
craft
so quick,
mead.
I didn't get a chance to write everything down.
You could have asked him to slow his roll.
No, none of those names seem to pop up.
Wait,
Person? Is there any
I
person
have
in there?
Ronald Valverde.
Maybe
That's-
that's it. I can't
that's-
read my
that's-
handwriting.
That's the
He knows how to get places.
yes.
Get places, not set places.
God
That's a G.
damn. Well,
Thank you, Flynn, for being
I
competent.
gotcha.
For guiding us through this.
Man.
I might have just written it down phonetically. I don't know.
Valverde.
I probably didn't ask for
No Valverdes.
Barbus? Or Marbus?
It's an interesting one.
Person was one I wanted to do too.
We
Let's run
struck
through all the demon
gold,
names.
Satan!
boys.
Lucifer!
Mr.
Baal?
S.
Looking at
Beelzebub?
Satan.
She starts looking at you funny.
Shikaka.
Lucifer. Beelzebub. Just start playing the ghost song.
Unchained Melody?
Bum, 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 bum,
Sorry.
bum, bum, bum.
Nobody got that. Come on.
That's not Unchained Melody. That's Bittersweet Symphony.
I know.
Me off.
I love the fact that somebody will say something, and when someone makes a reference that nobody gets, to just very boldly proclaim a non sequitur as if it's the
Just
truth.
always Bittersweet Symphony.
So I'm saying he's like, yeah, Tchaikovsky.
Bum, 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 bum. Tchaikovsky, Bittersweet Symphony.
My favorite.
It's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling Barbus is going to show up. Let me see something though.
Oh, baby.
Not surprisingly, searching Barbus in this pops up once or twice.
Recently?
He's
I
talking
think-
about
I think
the
he means
PDF in
in the
general.
PDF.
Yeah.
He's going down. He's going to find the find
Yeah.
feature.
No,
and
I'm
just
trying to.
yikes.
going down the
I'm
entire
trying
book.
to. I'm trying to correlate a few
Barbus,
dates.
Barbus.
One of 6,000.
Yes, Dr. Barbus. Dr. Elias Barbus. I have an entry for him.
When?
It's been a few months ago. It looks like he met with Dr. Dallin on the 29th of May.
So right in the middle of that original downtime for the cameras.
And it was
Yeah.
before they went missing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Do you remember Dr. Barbus at all?
No, sorry.
Crinkly old man.
I'm so mad.
Can I help you?
Not at you, Gail. I'm sorry. You're great.
What about a person?
She searches that. No person.
I want to ask her if she spelled it correctly.
One second, Gail. Huddle up. Be cool.
Side combo.
Okay. So, isn't it a little fucky that the day that they went missing, we immediately received the invitations? I think they actually did go missing earlier, and we just got called in later. I don't know what they were
We
doing
would have to talk to the doctor
during
about
that
it.
time, but I think somebody's lying.
They
Confront the doctor then.
If that's what you
That's the best
think.
we can do.
As best because they didn't.
I mean, that's a possibility, but with this being program related, like, it would not also surprise me that the minute they go missing that they try to reach out to somebody to figure out why as soon as possible.
That, or what we're not being told is they knew they were going missing. They knew it was going to happen on a certain day.
But they wouldn't bring Barbas back in to have him check it out if they were having him investigate? Like, why would he come in at the end of May?
Like, side note, I'm really confused because all these dates aren't lining up. So
yeah, and I acknowledge
understand.
that part of my confusion is the set of dates that you gave, which may or may not be right.
True.
But if... So, like, I'm diving down a rabbit hole that may actually be just a black circle on a wall.
Does Richard Zialoni show up on the list at all?
She searches. There is no Zialoni.
What about either an Abigail or Thomas Wright?
No, nothing for those.
We should probably ask the doctor, and I don't know if this is the case, if any of the patients that have gone missing had any personal effects when they got here, and if that stuff is still here.
That's a good question. Gail, do you know where they keep personal effects, or what patients usually arrive with?
It can vary, depending on why they're sent here. Most of the time, they don't show up with more than clothes on their back. Those who are admitted from, say, other institutions usually will just show up in sort of hospital gowns, basically. I mean, they're showing up in loose-fitting clothing, something very clinical,
What can you tell
slippers.
us about the 4 that are missing? Did they show up that way, or did they have things with them?
They've been here for a while. You have a file on that. She wouldn't know for sure. She's not been here very long, I believe, from the last time I had said that.
I just want to see their personal effects is all I'm saying.
They probably don't have any.
That's what I'm asking about, yeah.
Trying to go download the PDF since you f***ers are all in a
have the
hoopla.
right book.
But also, another question, were these 4 all self-checked in, or were they brought in from another location?
She
Or-
wouldn't know, but Dr. Dallin did give you files on that.
Well, it doesn't say specifically.
I think most of them do, as I recall.
It just
I
says-
think one person was...
It just says either was referred to or was admitted to.
Right. I think some people were referred as in their families are paying for them to be here, and others were admitted as in one person was psychotic from a crime they had committed. Another person was institutionalized for I think one person had family history that they ended up being moved to.
I don't know. The language here says, like, specifically, like, one, McClockach is the only one that says family was given... The family gave medical custody to Dorchester House.
Somebody else I think was... The one from Chicago was involved in a crime. I think the one who was the vet was institutionalized. So they were probably transferred. The one from Colorado may be the only one that was there, like... from family.
Okay, yes. So Enrique probably was in custody somewhere else and was moved here. Kim doesn't specifically say. McClockach family probably handed him over. And Pedro, there's no specifics. Unless it says previously treated at VA Medical Center in Baltimore, but that doesn't mean that he was there and then was immediately moved here. Maybe not important, but just curious.
Definitely feel like it might be time to talk to the good doctor again.
Yeah, because if they self-check themselves in, they would less likely to have a lot of personal effects. But if they were moved from some other location, then they might have things from there, I guess. But or at least that's my thinking.
Who did we get Wist's note from?
From West.
Who's Wist?
Ed.
Okay.
He palmed it to...
Oh,
Sam.
yeah, that's the one. Okay, got it. I remember now.
Yeah, that was my confusion.
I'm now downloading the PDF from February 23rd,
Woohoo!
which I will have to now update on all my shit. Okay, let's...
God forbid you have the right book.
I just need my dates.
I mean, the thing is it's entirely possible that he is saying those dates. It's that kind of game.
And that's fine.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I will roll
yeah.
my sand check and then
I
keep
don't-
going with that.
Well, hold on. I'm looking right now to see if the dates were updated.
But if we're told they disappeared 2 months later, then
then that would be the line of questioning for Michael and for Dallin and everybody, because that hasn't set right with me since the beginning. Like, we got the note on the same day.
Yeah. Yeah, I questioned it I tried questioning Executor dude, but
Yeah.
he did.
He just crinkled and ran away.
Fuck is that?
That's a penis.
Open up his.
Oh no.
Was there any writing on the
Lists
back
note?
of that?
Yeah. There's all kinds of like markings as if something was written into it from either the other side or over it.
Yeah.
Can we get a rubbing of that?
Oh.
And try to make it out?
Yeah, that's definitely got to be something.
Hey, everybody. This is Jeff. I was listening to the conversation the guys were having as I was editing, and I realized they never told you what the piece of evidence that they were looking at is. This is actually the note from Ed that was palmed and handed to Flynn's character. Now, back to them.
Almost looks like music notes.
I was just going to say, it looks
Yeah.
like music notes.
Some of those look like check marks.
Check marks or...
It's a couple of words. There's might be a date in there on the left side. It's not erased. It's embossed into it.
Yeah, like he was pressing. You're right.
Yeah, just
Pressing from
given
other
the
side.
shadowing, it's embossed into it.
It's also like that watermark at the top. It looks like it's revealing something, but I don't know what those two little circles is supposed
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to figure that out too. It looks like it might just be the type of notepad it was in, and then it's just gotten wet.
Yeah, I see music. I see quarter notes.
It kind of looks like
that,
it
or
could be.
just 3 check marks, 4 check marks down the
It
above
almost
one above
looks
each
rounded.
other.
Okay, I kind of see that, but
Yeah.
I definitely see like a round.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't look rounded. It looks like it's got a wave in it,
Yeah.
like a check mark.
All right. Daniel, your phone rings.
Oh, okay.
It's raining.
What's my ringtone gonna be?
I don't know. You have any suggestions to Jeff?
I'll think of some.
Mulatto butts. Anybody
I-
else? No.
I don't have.
I've never seen it.
Now you're
I thought-
a manly man.
I thought you guys had done.
I kind of want Danger Zone.
I say I didn't know if anyone else watched. That's what's his name? Ringtone in Archer. He has like a really weird. It's like mulatto butts, mulatto butts, mulatto butts. It's always like, and everybody just looks at him like, what the fuck is that? All right, Daniel, your phone rings.
All right, yeah, I'll answer it. I mean, we're not busy right now, so.
As you look at it, it's from Wesley.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna pick up. Got anything for me?
What are you? Who are you associating with these days?
It's really kind of a need to know basis.
So you asked me a couple of days ago about a Dr. Barbas.
Yeah, I did mention him.
Okay. So I'm going to assume, based on your proximity, that you're talking about Dr. Barbas, who is a decorated administrator of the Massachusetts State Crime Lab. Does that sound about right?
Yes. I say skeptically.
Yeah. Man's been serving for like 2+ decades in investigation for the state police. How long you been hanging out with him?
Not very long. He kind of had a case he ran by me, and I'm trying to mostly freelance for now, and
I would suggest you stay away from him.
and why is that?
I can read the writing on the wall, partner. I can read the writing on the wall.
Okay.
Please do literally.
I'm about to say.
And what does that writing say?
Explain it to me like I'm dumb.
Abigail Wright?
Explain it to me because I'm dumb because
All
I
right,
am.
He's been on administrative leave since late June.
June of this year.
Yes,
Now, is it June, or is it June according to these dates?
it's June.
Did you confirm those dates?
Yes,
They are correct.
yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Makes no sense, but okay.
There are a number of official complaints and reprimands for him. It's all very basic and hush hush, but I've seen this before. I don't know if he's got some sort of indiscretion. I don't know if he's up to something, but
Right? Yeah, but say, I mean, he's the one who kind of brought up this case that led into Abigail Wright. Does he have any connection with that?
The dates were May 27th to June 8th.
No, I'm not finding anything on Abigail Wright. I just looked at Barbas and kind of got a little confused. Like I said, there's nothing in these files that dictates anything, but this is the kind of stuff when, the law looks the other way. Something tells me that this guy's been doing something he's not supposed to be doing. I don't know if he's up for board review. I don't know if he's going to get terminated. I don't know if they're criminal charges, but he's been up to something.
All right, that is good to know. Said this guy was paying me to do a job for him, so it's probably
I would be
best.
very careful with that.
It's probably best that yeah. All right, I appreciate the heads up.
Yep.
It's always good hearing from you.
What date was that he went on administrative leave?
He says late June.
Oh,
Late June.
And what was the date that he visited?
May 29th.
So it would have taken place after he visited. Yeah, he would have went on leave after he visited.
So Barbas told us that they went missing on the 28th
Of
August. Dallin confirmed that. Or are we retroactively?
Nope, he said those dates were right.
As far as I know, we are playing the game appropriately.
Okay, well, then we have to go back to Michael and say, Michael.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like,
yeah.
if we had footage from that day, because those aren't the dates, and that's why I was asking Cody. I was like, well, does the game give us information about footage from that day they went missing?
Let's go back to Michael first and press him.
Yeah.
And then we can go talk to the good doctor. Say, hey, we're all dumb and just all at once kind of figured out these dates don't match. So, WTF, mate.
Well, and it's not too surprising that Barbas has been here, right? Because I feel like the doctor...
He is...
Well, I guess the doctor only told us that he just knew how to contact the program.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever actually...
Which that now lines up if they went missing around May, end of May, that they would call in Barbas.
So let's when we go to the doctor, let's press him about Barbas's visit, because I can't remember if we asked him if he's ever talked to Barbas or knew Barbas. I can't remember.
We mentioned it, but I think he just said it was the program.
Yeah, I don't think he was able to give us any names or anything. But we can press him about that.
So Michael first, then Dallin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Grady's murmuring.
Well, it's just the way that it reads. And I feel like Detweiler's telling me something here, and I'm just too stupid to get it. So
I'll tweet him.
Go ahead.
I'll do it right now. Detweiler, what's going on?
Slide into those DMs.
I'm almost certain that I'm doing something stupid. Okay, go ahead. Continue to press me on. We'll see how well I can dance around this. Please, continue.
I kick in the server room door. I'll just knock.
Michael answers. Yes, can I help you?
Michael, we were just kind of pondering dates, and so you said the 10-day gap where you lost the footage was May 27th to June 8th, correct? And when did the 4 go missing?
Well,
I assume Esther's there with us, probably.
Yeah, she's constantly hovering around. Like, not necessarily always right with you, but
yeah,
she's nearby. They were noticed missing at 8:11 p.m. on 28th August.
Can we get the footage from those dates?
Wait, he says that with a straight face?
Yeah. I'm checking between my 2 different versions now to make sure that hasn't changed, but I'm pretty sure that is accurate. I'm trying to make sure that Detweiler isn't, in the way that it's written, I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing a detail that's important.
If we are getting those dates, my confusion is we asked for footage from their disappearance.
And that was why earlier I asked Cody, does it have information?
I will read it to you.
No.
You can tell me what I'm doing
I am
wrong.
not doubting you, Cody. I'm not doubting you at all.
This is part of the madness.
I am doubting you.
I doubt him just a little.
What I'm saying is, if those are the dates that are given, like, why did we ask for footage of their disappearance and we were given those dates were blacked out between time that they weren't missing?
A computer science roll while examining the terminal reveals the video records of the escape were lost to a wholly common disk error and a cascade of glitches that prevented automatic backup and update. End quote.
So is that a separate fuck-up from the 10-day fuck-up?
So they lost footage
No.
twice.
It then continues to say files were permanently saved from May 27th to June 8th are corrupted and retain no useful information.
Cool. Give us the ones from August.
Right. It says that there is no video evidence. I'm going off script. There is no video evidence of them escaping.
But are there two... So that's fine. But is there a corrupted August 28th thing and also a 10-day corruption around the end of May?
In the time that I've been trying to read the additional 370 pages to see what I've been missing in the last 5 minutes, I've not discovered the correct answer. So at the moment, I'm going to continue to say what you read is what you got.
So there's no time jumps in the footage of the 28th. There's no glitches, no time jumps, no.
Correct.
Or they
Okay.
actually went missing on those dates and
That's
waited
what
way
I'm
longer
leaning
to
towards.
report it.
That's what I'm leaning towards. And that's... So we have a hunch with what we have.
That they went missing in May, June,
In the-
not
in
in
May.
August.
Yeah.
So let's kick in the doctor's door.
Push
No,
down.
so-
on that.
Okay.
But if we're asking Michael that, like,
All right, no. So here's the thing. So they got it back after June 8th, right? And they went missing in August. So let's see if we noticed them between the months of June and August on the third floor.
Yeah. Good idea.
He can show you various footage and he will point out, yes, there's that person. Yes, there's that person.
There's Enrique. There's
Yes.
Adam. There's
Correct.
Kim.
Okay.
Correct.
Before August 28th.
Yes.
But there's still no footage from May 27th to June 8th?
Apparently not.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm
Come on,
I'm going to keep
Dennis.
that.
What are you doing?
No.
Keep that in the
There's-
back of my head.
there's
Because
three-
it may come up.
There's 370 pages to investigate. You guys are dealing with literally 2 sentences on page 167.
I get
Well-
that.
Just throwing that out there.
But
That's
they're
the
dates
next
that
6
don't
sessions.
work. That's the problem.
Go investigate something the fuck else.
We are. We're going to the doctor.
We're going to go kick the doctor's teeth in. I mean door.
Same thing.
His door teeth.
I will read the sentence that I have read many times before about how they went missing at 6:11 p.m. on August 28th.
You said 8:11 earlier.
Oh my God. Which is
you
it?
did say 8:11.
8:11.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Going mad. Starting to see writing on
6:11.
the walls.
We're all mad here.
That's what this game does to you.
6 black dragons come flying down the fucking hallway.
That's fine.
I pull
Roll
out.
initiative.
I
Always
pull
the
out
answer.
my heavy flashlight that turns into a flash drive.
Flashlight. What's the other end? Show us the other end.
I got a 14.
Coward.
It's a
Got a 14
USB
initiative.
drive. I told you that already.
I'm at a 14
watching the
initiative.
Big
so-
USG drive.
Yeah, when I took the data from Michael, I used my flashlight, my heavy flashlight, flipped it over, and
So anyway,
Just imagine you stick it in, and the flashlight just snaps it off in the computer.
the day wanes on. You can go talk to Dr. Dallin if you like.
yeah, we're gonna go talk to Dr.
Dr.
Dallin.
Doc.
Who wants to lead this?
So the only thing that's odd then is Barbara's visit took place during that window.
Yes.
Correct. But footage went out prior to him showing up.
Right.
I am wondering if
Yes.
there's supposed to be 2 instances of lost footage. I'm trying to figure that out and reconcile it. And like I said, those 2 sentences I read you are what I have. So
But either way, there is no evidence from anything from August 28th.
yes,
is what we
I
get.
believe
Is what we
that
got.
is
There's-
pretty basically.
There's no
spelled out.
clues. There's no whatever. Whether there was footage or anything, there's nothing that gives us anything to go off of.
What's the sun and moon calendar for that date? Full moon that night?
I don't know. Google it. I can't tell you the levels that he's written on this, so I'm positive that I have missed something here and have misspoken when I should have not. That's probably what has happened. I've missed a clue of some sort.
Dallin's door frame shatters beneath my kick.
All right.
I enter. Rock hard.
Rock hard.
He likes rocks. He's got a
Rock
rock
hard for
collection.
justice.
Yes. Can I help you?
Gonna walk off this situation.
We just wanted to debrief with you
Sure.
based on our
Whoa,
findings.
don't take your pants off now.
I'm not even wearing debriefs. Everyone has been very helpful. We
Good,
appreciate
good, good.
that. A couple of questions concerning timing. We noticed a kind of a similar some parallels between what happened at the end of August with the disappearances and what happened at the end of May. Similar issue with footage going in and out. Was there anything that happened around that time that is strange or...
No, not that I'm aware of.
Nothing that required, program intervention?
No, not that I recall.
Okay.
I mean, there are periodic check-ins occasionally, obviously, given the sensitive nature of that. And I think just generally, since we've been bullshitting it, it's probably best to play this as two separate instances until I have a chance to look and see if there should have been something else. There's probably an instance that he wasn't supposed to mention unless you asked about it.
Can you explain Dr. Barbas's visit on the 29th of May?
I mean, obviously, Dr. Barbas is in the know. Possibly a consultation. I don't recall the meeting precisely, but that would be my guess.
Do you have notes on the meeting, any files, any idea of what you may have been discussing that day?
He pulls up stuff on the computer. No, I don't even have a calendar note for that day, but given the sensitive nature of probably what we discussed that.
How did he appear? Did he seem healthy?
Yeah, relatively. I mean, Dr. Barbas has always been very professional in terms of interactions with the program. Like I said, I've met him once or twice, maybe.
Have you talked to him recently?
No, not recently.
You didn't talk to him previous to us showing up? He did not inform you we were coming?
He might, yes. So he would have had to have talked to him about the writing. So yes, he would have talked to him.
In person or on the phone?
I may have met with him. He probably would have met with him because he would have had to have handed him the photograph.
But he didn't sign in?
I ask again, how did he seem? Did he seem off?
He seemed
ill,
fine.
Weird?
No.
Crinkly?
No.
Crinkly.
Get out
Do
those
you remember
crinkly
the exact
pants.
day that you met with him to give him the photo, the files?
I mean, we would have made contact that evening, so...
So the evening of, what day was that?
The 28th.
I'm watching you, son of a bitch.
I'm doing my best to keep the dates straight.
And we received an invitation on what date?
The 28th.
I think it was the
28th.
the morning of the 28th even. Wasn't it like midday?
So we received an invitation before he even met with you.
Dope.
Met with the doctor.
Dope. That
Time-
definitely seems like...
Timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he knows
this is
more.
cool.
He knows more. Notate that.
Well, didn't we...
He met with the doctor before we got those invitations.
Haven't
We got those invitations.
Well, I mean, it could have been before as well, maybe, but it's...
I don't know.
How do we got them so quick through the FedEx?
Time is
I'm
a
so
flat
worked up. I gotta
circle.
pee.
I do too, but
Let's all go pee together, boys.
Let's go play
Right
swords.
on his rock
Let's
collection.
go play swords.
we talk about timey-wimey stuff before? Something about time travel?
Well, I mean, Barbas looks like he's out of the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Like there was
In the phone we
a
were
suggestion. The phone, the windsuit, which I assume is the cause of the crinkle. Just full jogger.
Pull out
The
those
wind's
crinkle
gonna have
pants.
no idea what hit it.
Pull out those crinkle pants, Jeff.
Get broken.
Anytime we say crinkle, we need you to do it.
I'm not remembering that, I guess. We got those. We did get the invitations earlier in the day.
FedEx delivers the invitation on 28 August 2015. I don't know what time of day, but FedEx usually doesn't deliver past 5.
But that is correct.
But the fact that we all got them the same day.
Yeah, I mean, that was always
Is-
weird to me. And
We all got them the same day. We were all in different states, I believe. So it's...
Now do we go
Yeah.
hard press Barbas, especially now knowing that he's been...
well, he's
on
not going to
leave?
give us nothing.
Oh, he will.
I don't think he will.
Oh, he will.
We might not even... We might not even...
Let's send him an invitation.
We might not even...
Bridges.
We might not even find him again.
You know where he lives.
Maybe. Does he live there?
You did talk to his neighbor.
Yeah.
All right, but is he still living there? I'm just saying this guy seems shady, and
I will go sit on his sofa for days on end. if
and
need
he
be.
might not ever show up. What if he's gone? What if he disappeared? What if he's dust in the wind? You know, you don't know. I mean, it's from the call I got saying that he got put on admin leave, after he visited the asylum, and I couldn't get the details as of why. I don't know how much I trust this guy. Obviously we're working for the program because someone's answering the 80s phone and someone's doing stuff for us.
So on the afternoon of August 28th, 2015, the FedEx envelope arrived. I have ordered from FedEx many times. I've paid a lot of money to get my things there quickly. Never. Ever.
Well, especially
That I can confirm.
especially since he sent them to different states. Like, we weren't all in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Like, mine, maybe understandable, maybe. But, like, everybody else? No.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Dowling looks back and forth. Is there anything else I can do to help you folks?
Barbara's looked healthy to him. Where we obviously seen some kind of illness.
Have you heard from Whitwer? I'm going to make a human.
Sure.
Got it.
I don't know a Whitwer. You get the sense he does know a Whitwer.
Are you sure?
I
You seem to know, like it rings a bell. It's not a common name.
No, it's not. Perhaps I've had a patient or something named Whitwer at some point, but I'm assuming you mean more recently.
Yeah, perhaps. He was. I think he was looking for something.
I feel like Whitwer might have been a patient of mine at some point. I'd have to look. But
Do you have files that you could look up, or?
Sure.
Can you just give us the file?
Yeah, you could just.
He sort of looks up. He's like, no, I don't have any Whitwer in these files, and I mean I've been using digital files for the last
File cabinet?
20 years. Yeah, there's probably a file cabinet.
Point me in the direction.
I mean, there's a file cabinet in the room. You could go pull it open.
Okay.
You pull open a file cabinet.
Search through the W's. We're here to help you, Doctor. Just don't mind me.
Our title track and additional musical arrangements were provided by friend of the podcast, Ian Shannon. Find more of his work at sleepfortheweary.com. Like what you heard? Check out more episodes online at rancorsbrothel.com or the Rancors Brothel on Facebook. You can also interact with other listeners at the Fans of the Rancors Brothel Facebook page. Want to contact us? Reach out to @Rancors_Brothel on Twitter or via email at therancorsbrothel@gmail.com. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes. Much love, everyone.